Hey everyone, how are you? My name is Alex and welcome to my Pillager farm featuring an iron golem trap. This is a farm that I spent several days working on to develop to actually be an efficient, effective farm that would be good for farming pillagers and the vindicators that sometimes spawn at the outpost so that you can get your crossbows, your emeralds, your banners, and basically milk these guys for all of their resources. So if you're interested in learning how to make this, then stay tuned for that tutorial. Alright everybody, so the materials that we'll need for this project are as follows: cobblestone, cobblestone slabs, oak leaves, oak wood, oak slabs, oak fences, a bucket of water, hoppers, a couple of chests, and fence gates. Alright, so let's get started. Okay everybody, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a big line of cobblestone and we're going to count out exactly 32 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh boy, so that's a lot of blocks, isn't it? So then we're going to come over here to where we just ended, and we're going to count 32 more blocks. So we'll count this one as 1, and we'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. And then we will simply connect this corner with that corner over there. Now that we have our 32 by 32 square, we do need to make this 2 blocks high so that when the pillagers go into this perimeter, they're not able to escape. So let's build like this, and we're going to do this just once all the way around. So the next thing that we're going to work on is our oak leaf path, and this has to be 7 leaves wide. So we'll come to this corner right here and we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to come to this corner and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to do this for all of the other corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we come to any of these lines of leaves that we made here, and we actually have to connect them up like so, so that we make little miniature leaf squares. And we're going to keep on going and connect it up just like so. So finally, the last thing that we have to do with the leaves is actually fill in this entire area with them, which I'm really not going to do the whole thing because this is not a pillager outpost, so it would be inefficient and pointless for me to do the entire thing. But basically, all of this empty space has to be filled with the leaves. This prevents other hostile mobs from spawning around the perimeter of this cobblestone wall, but it also allows the pillagers to actually patrol around this area. So even though other mobs and other hostile mobs won't be here, the pillagers will still walk in. They will see our iron golem trap in the center and they'll run right in. And that's really what we want. So they run in, they get trapped, there's nothing they can do about it, and they're so attracted to the iron golem that they just get pushed into our trap, and then we get to harvest their bits. So let's get started on the next part. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to work on is the water trap, and what we're going to do is come over here to this corner and count 1, 2, 3, 4, and destroy that block. And we're going to dig out a really big square that will leave a 3-block wide path up against this wall. So let's get started with that. So we also have to dig out this entire area inside here, and it's only going to be 1 block deep, so make sure that you don't dig more than 1 block deep. So let's get rid of all of this. Now that we have this entire area dug out, we can start working on the water trap. So what we want to do is you want to come to this corner here, and then count 1, 2, source block. You come back to this corner, and you do 1, 2, source block. Do not put anything in this corner. If you do that, all of these will turn to source blocks, and the entire thing is not going to work the way that you want it to. So let's come to the next quarter, and we'll do 1, 2, boop, and then 1, 2, boop, and then come over here, 1, 2, boop, and then 1, 2, boop. Then we're going to move to this one over here, and we're going to do the same thing. There we go. Now for here, we have to be very careful, but we're basically going to place source blocks all along here, and we'll stop where we placed our original source blocks around the corner. So be very careful when you're doing this, because if you place a source block anywhere other than up against these blocks here, your water trap is not going to work properly. You're going to have to do a huge water cleanup. It's going to be a big pain. So be very careful while you're doing this. And one thing you're going to notice is that this is going to create a square in the very center of our really big square. And this area right here is the area that the pillagers will actually fall down. So this whole area needs to be dug out completely, and if I dig right here, water's not going to fall down, which is really nice. This whole area needs to be dug out, like so, and it also has to be 20 blocks deep. So this is going to take a little bit of time. You know, to be honest with you guys, it takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to get this dug out for you off camera, and we will be back in a little bit. Alright everybody, so that was quite the project digging that hole, but just to recap, this is 8 blocks by 8 blocks wide, and it is 20 blocks deep. Now let's go get the materials so that we can build the killing chamber at the bottom of this hole, as well as the collection system. So for the collection system and the killing chamber, we're going to need the following blocks: our cobblestone, the cobblestone slabs, hoppers, the chests, and the fence gates. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to dig a 2-block wide perimeter all around the bottom of our giant hole. So let's do that right now. Now we're going to choose the center of any one of these walls. It doesn't really matter which one. It could be this wall, this one, or this one. Again, it doesn't really matter. But we're going to make sure that we're 1 block high. So we'll count 1 block up. We're going to come here. We'll break out those 2 blocks. And just as a placeholder, we're going to put some cobblestone right there. We're going to remove that later, but for right now, that's just our placeholder to tell us where we are. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to this wall here, and we're going to dig out 3 blocks high, 3 blocks in. So 3 blocks high, and 3 blocks in. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do this all the way around. So let me just dig out the first wall for you guys so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So on this wall, that's what this should look like. I know it looks kind of like a big indent and it looks like a big area, but it's worth it, trust me. So then we're going to come to this corner right here, and we're going to dig this out 3 by 3 also. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to dig out this area as well. And we're going to do that for the entire perimeter of the bottom of this area. And this is going to make up the area where we stand, so that when we're killing these guys, they can't get to us, but we can get to them. Alrighty guys, so now let's come to our placeholder blocks, remove them, remove these 2 blocks below them, and put down chests. And so the next thing that we're actually going to do is we're going to go around to every corner here, and we're going to place cobblestone right like that. We'll come to this one, do the same thing. This one, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, like that. Then we're going to come over here, and we're going to connect all of these like so. Nice and simple. And once we have all of this connected up just like this, again, very simple, then we're going to come down here, and we're going to do our cobblestone slabs. Do not cover the chest. So we're going to do this just like this. And the reason we're doing this is so that the pillagers, when they fall in, they can't get to us, but we can get to them. And then we're going to come here, and we're going to go like this. Now, they won't be able to see you when you're in survival mode, but you'll be able to see them, and you will definitely be able to hit them. No 2 ways about it. So, this keeps them from getting angry at you and trying to kill you, because you really don't want 10, 15, 20 pillagers, because a lot of pillagers can end up down in here. You really don't want a huge amount of pillagers to be in this area all shooting at you at once. You won't survive. So we also want to get rid of these 2 blocks right here. We're going to replace fence, 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 and fence. They will not try to shoot you through these fence gates. They might be able to see you, but they won't be able to shoot you. So let's just open these so that we can actually come out into here. Now we're going to leave this area exactly as it is because the pillagers are not likely to die on this section right here, and I would never ask you guys to fill this entire area with hoppers because that's an overabundance of materials that is totally unnecessary. So first we're going to shift, and we're going to place 2 hoppers going into that chest right there. We'll come over on this angle, and we'll place a line of hoppers like that. And we'll come over here on this angle and place hoppers like so. Then we're going to come back here, and we're going to go like this. All the way around. Then we'll come over here and we'll mirror what we did on the other side and do the same thing. Like that. Then we're going to come over here. 1, 2, 3. And then over here. 1, 2. No. 3. Like that. So the next thing that we'll do is like so. And like so. And then we'll come along here like this. And then like this. And then like this. And this is a lot of hoppers, but it's pretty easy to get iron in this game, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. And there you go. That is the full killing chamber. So the next and final thing that we have to do is go back up to the surface world, and we need to build our golem trap. Alright, so now that we've finished building the killing chamber and the collection system, we need to get our materials for the iron golem trap. And this is actually going to be very easy. So what I also want to get is just 1 block here to use as a support block. So what we do is we come out here, we're just going to build 2 blocks like that, and we're going to build a 4x4 square right in the center of this square here. So it's just going to be 4x4. So we'll get rid of these 2 blocks here. Now on each corner, I'm going to place pillars of these 3. And then I'm going to place some fences like this. So that's what we've got. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get some iron blocks and a carved pumpkin so that we can make our iron golem. So we'll put this guy there like that. There's a possibility that he might take damage when I do this. Okay everybody, I'm not really sure why, but for some reason there was a bit of lag there, so I had to stop recording for fear of maybe my recording getting corrupted. But this guy finally spawned in. I don't know why that took so long, but anyways, we are going to fill in these areas right here with the fences. That way the pillagers will fall for the iron golem trap, but they won't be able to shoot the iron golem. So our golem will never die, but he will be bait for, or be continuous bait for our pillagers. There we go. So now we have the iron golem trap, and this little setup we got going on here is actually completely finished. So let me just clean out my inventory, grab some pillager spawn eggs. That's a villager. We want a pillager. Alright everybody, so I've got some pillager and vindicator eggs here. So let's spawn a bunch of guys, just for hilarity's sake, and see what they do. So there's obviously a lot of guys here. Oh no, there they go! They don't like the iron golems, but they can't actually hit them, and unlike the zombies, they can get pushed off of cliffs really easily. So we have that to look forward to. It's also very entertaining to watch these guys fall off of here. Bye, see you, it's nice knowing you. Get out of there. You've got places to be. Unfortunately, there is always the possibility that these guys are going to get stuck in the corner, but that's because of the 1.13 water mechanics, which are a bit unpredictable. Get in there. There we go. So now we've got all of our guys in there. So I'm actually going to go down in here. I'm going to grab up myself a sword, which is really all that I need. And I'm going to put myself in survival mode. So they all run up to you, but they can't hit you. They can't see you, so they can't shoot you. So you really don't end up with that many spawning at that amount of time. So there we go. We've got, let me close that. We've got some emeralds, some crossbows, an iron axe, and a banner. So you actually get some pretty decent stuff out of a farm like this, especially if you've got it going for quite a while and you AFK for a while. It's a good way to get experience, but it's a really good way to get some extra emeralds and to get some crossbows. So yeah, that's basically that. So like I said, you know, you're not going to get like tons of them spawning all at once. It's not going to be continuous, so you'll be able to run out here, scoop up your experience, and not have to worry about being swarmed by a bunch of these guys. So let me just switch myself back to creative mode. So anyways, I do want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then feel free to subscribe, comment, and like if you want to see more. For some reason, my mouse is inverted, which is very awkward, and I haven't really gotten used to that yet. I don't know if that's a 1.14 thing, but it's definitely awkward. So anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you found it just as interesting and fun for me as I did. I had a lot of fun making this, but also with conceptualizing this whole thing. So again, thank you guys very much, and as always, I will see you guys next time.